Yeah, a whole 2 hours. Oh, hello, Shelly. Jess. Hello, everyone joining. Jacob, what's up? Doing all right? Hey, Laurie. David, what's up? Charla, hello. Topa, what's up? Marlene, hello. Hello from the Poconos. Hello, Lou. Yeah, appreciate guys if you're just coming in. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, tapping on the screen, all that good stuff. Yes, I'll be doing some investigating later this week, and I'm gonna be going on another little road trip next week for about 3 or 4 days. I have a college lecture I have to do, paranormal in Pennsylvania, next Wednesday, and I'm gonna throw a couple haunted locations around that trip to be streaming and investigating for y'all. True that, Heather. Well, I'm going to a college in Pennsylvania. I don't want to say where, but um, I'm gonna be bouncing around maybe a couple haunted locations in Pennsylvania in my U-turn while I drive back home. Hello, Em. Kristen, hello. Deanna, long time no talk. So, guys, you're coming in. Haven't done this in a while. Taking a nice little break from the paranormal for the last few days because um, I was on a 3-week trip. I was pushing very hard. Um, but gonna be doing a lot more this upcoming month. Road trips and a lot of investigating, streaming and stuff. But figured I want to come on here, and some people are asking me to do a Q&A, to leave this as an open space to discuss the paranormal, ask me questions about the paranormal, anything you'd like. So whatever you got, you guys want to ask me a question about the paranormal, or ask me a question regarding anything of the unknown, the paranormal, go for it. I don't know why it looks so weird on TikTok. Have ever made contact with a celebrity that has passed? I do believe some serial illers that were infamous have come through. Um, One time I went to Jimi Hendrix's grave and I had a voice that sounded just like him and said, "This is Jimmy." I was in front of Kurt Cobain's place where he lost his life tragically. And I asked him, and I have this on video too. I asked, "Do you have a message for your daughter?" And he said, "Never give up." How are you when you realized you could sense and interact with spirits? Is around the 28, 29 area. When you enter a place for the first time, do you immediately feel a presence? Absolutely, Eleni. My body totally reacts to the characteristics of an energy of a space that I've never been in before, for sure. Amy, thank you. When you enter, so that again, guys, we're just coming in, doing a little Q&A about the paranormal for a little bit tonight before I get back into doing a lot of paranormal investigating for y'all. I was on the road for a few weeks. I pushed very hard. I came back to my place. The energy in my place was so intense. I felt negative stuff in here that I had to bless my place immediately as soon as I came home from like a 7.5 hour drive. What's up, Chris? Um, Megs, what's up? I do believe that there's a doorway in my place. 2 days, 3 days before I got home, there were some references to my closet here when I was at a graveyard, and they were talking about North Carolina closet. That's something that's referenced here many times when I've had stuff come through here. What's up, Randy? And I think that may have been part of it. All that stuff that I was investigating for all those weeks was like all here when I got home, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no. Yes, I do have a camera in my place. I will be leaving a camera up if you want to watch tonight on YouTube. I'm going to leave a camera up in the haunted room here so you can watch, see if activity happens. It was very weird the first night I came home. I heard a little girl say, "Help me." I was in my car outside. I felt a dark presence here with me. I felt chills. I was being warned about something that was here, and that's why I blessed my place. Um, Jenny Wade's house. I've been there a handful of times, actually. Is it possible to actually close portals? Um, you can attempt to do it. It depends, but I think it can get pretty tricky because it could be very layered why there's a portal in the first place. I believe it's possible, but I think some others can be more complicated than others. Were you able to tell how long a doorway has been there? No, I don't know. These portals, well, I'll be told about like why the portal was open. Like, sometimes you'll see me when I do investigating and I'll pick up that someone played with a Ouija board in this space, opened up a door. Um, the time frame, I'm not sure, but I'll be given symbols or images of something that may have been the origin of the door opening and why it actually did open. Again, guys, welcome. Glad to have you here. Doing a little paranormal Q&A tonight before I get back and doing a lot of paranormal investigating for the month of October here for everybody. So, hey, Jeannie. Hey, Jen. I mean, time frames can be shown to me. It just depends on the situation, Deanna. Yes, happy October Eve to everybody. That's right. The 1st is tomorrow, right? It's your birthday, October 31st. And my wife, October. Well, happy birthday to your wife. Happy early birthday to you on that lovely Halloween day, Liquid. I don't mess with Ouija boards. I messed with it one time and regretted it. I got oppressed by an evil spirit. I'll never do it again. Indeed, Jacob. Have you ever investigated the Bridgewater Triangle? You know, Ria, I haven't. I've read about it. I've seen stuff on about it. It's really very fascinating. I'd love to go check it out for sure. Nice, Chastity, with the Halloween pajamas. Jackie, thank you. Deanna, thank you so much. Again, guys, if you're just coming in, whatever you want to ask me about the paranormal, if you're not aware, I've been investigating the paranormal for over 16 years. I've investigated hundreds of locations in areas around the country. Published 2 books, been on TV shows, documentaries. The paranormal is my passion. That's why I push very hard with it. So whatever you'd like to ask me, or the paranormal or demonic hauntings, my opinions about some of that. Appreciate giving this video a thumbs up, tapping on the screen, sharing it out if you can. Hello, Joanne from Australia. Mary Jane, how are we doing tonight? Amy, thank you. Are you able to sense spirits not around you? What do you mean not around me? That are just... You mean like if I talk to someone? Is that what you're saying? Hello, Jennifer. Yes, I am able to do that. I have definitely... I know a lot of people ask me to line people up and start reading all of you guys. It's something I've never, really thought about. I always thought about using it on investigations. Have I practiced read on people? Have I randomly read people and got crazy stuff? Yeah. But I'm able to do that, yes. Hello, Paul. What's the creepiest thing a spirit has said or done during investigation? Well, a candle shop in Swiftwater. Where is that, Eleni? What state? Recently, I was at the cemetery, which I think may go there tomorrow. Very creepy, very haunted. I was there with my good friend and neighbor, Chris, and I always told you about it. I felt like rituals were done in this. Eleni, can you shoot me a message about that place? About the candle place? Because I'm going to be going to PA next week, and if it's something I can hit on my itinerary, I'd love to check it out if it's possible. I'm looking at some places in PA. Appreciate it. So we were at the cemetery, and every time I've been at that cemetery, I have felt that they've done dark rituals in the back of that cemetery. So I was there with Chris, and the little girl came through the spirit box and was like, all right, should we go back to that area where the dark rituals took place? And the little girl's like, I'll go back there with you. And I usually get an intuitive feeling of a voice when it comes through that it's not truly a human spirit. And I got that feeling. Hello, Skipper. And when we got back there to the back area of the cemetery, the little girl kept on coming through, and she's like, let me out, like in an angry little girl's voice. And I'm like, yeah, I know what you're doing. You're not a human spirit. You're trying to trick us. And then, I don't know if some of you guys were there, that voice goes, do you like my trick? And I mean, it just sounded something straight out of a horror movie. And like my neighbor still talks about it to this day, but it sounded like straight up Freddy Krueger. I mean, that was one of the creepier things I've heard in a while. I mean, I've heard some creepy stuff over the years, but that video, I posted it. It's a short, it's a tickety talk. I posted that if you want to watch it. Michelle, what's up? What do you want me to scroll back? I got a curious question. I believe in the paranormal, but I'm always afraid I'm going to subconsciously open up a door that I can't ever close. Is that even possible to do that? It's I mean, to be honest with you, it's kind of like the Matrix. You want the blue pill, the red pill. It's like once you open up that door, it's like, it's kind of just a part of your life. That's something that you'd have to individually find out how you can kind of close yourself off from that. You could announce out loud to leave me alone and stuff like that. But since I'm so heavy into it and constantly delving into it, investigating and engaging spirits all the time, obviously there's just never a break. But that's why kind of the last few days I'm like, whew, it's good to kind of take a break, because I was pushing hard for 3 weeks. I was going days in a row, and I was in some nasty, gnarly, negative places in the last few weeks. I don't know about the Poconos, but good evening from Oregon, Michelle. Can you guys hear me on the rain and the bow? Just gotta make sure you guys can hear me. Okay. And I'm gonna go stagnant over there. I don't know if you can all hear me. Is an evil spirit not demonic, able to cast away just protective wording and or intent? You mean if it's just an evil, like negative human spirit? Obviously, I mean, I use my faith to protect me, whether it's human spirit or not human spirit. They, if they're a negative spirit, they're not going to like what I'm going to mention when it comes to my faith. So that's why I would use that in all cases. But remember, you have to have faith in what I'm using. If I say something referencing, the angels or Jesus or the Blessed Mother, I mean, if they get really angry about that, then you know what kind of spirit it is. Your house is haunted. Nice, Taylor. Do you ever have dreams about investigations that have come true? Yes, I've had premonitions. I've had introductions, what I would call, so to speak, before I get involved or with a case or a residential home or a random location I've ever been to. I'd have some sort of, experience or vision involving a place or family that I'm going to try to help. Some of these cases that you try to help these families, these dark energies will come at you. They will try to sway you and induce fear within you and try to stop you from getting in their way. I've had that happen many, many times. Or I'll just have that also because I pray for spirits all the time, making enemies everywhere in the dark places, because they hate it. It's like taking a soul away from the devil that's suffering in purgatory. Well, dreams are the easiest way to connect with the spiritual realm, the paranormal realm. Your subconscious is awake, your rational mind's asleep. Spirits know this bracket of time when you're sleeping. They will come to you and telepathically project and influence your dreams to get message across to you, whether just to have messages come to you for desperation, for sadness, or deviant, malicious intent, or it could be even some of your loved ones or friends that have passed away that could come to you. That's why it's good always to write down your dreams. If something comes out to you, jot it down, even if you're in and out of consciousness while sleeping, and because it may make sense later, and it might be a valuable spiritual experience that would be comforting if it is from a loved one or a friend. I don't dream anymore. Could that be paranormal? I know some people that don't dream, but I think also if you start opening yourself to spirituality, more things will start happening too. But some people just don't dream. I dream all the time. It's so apparent. It's so... You were pushed down the stairs. Damn, Sammy. I'm glad to be home. I'm working on a video to put up on YouTube, a full episode for one of the locations I was on the road. I promise I will have done to premiere this weekend for you guys to watch. I'm working on it currently. I've been working on it all day tomorrow too. But have you had direct communication with angels? Yes. I've had experiences with what I believe to be angels. One of the first ones that I ever had was an angel came to me, and I felt this brightness light all around me. It felt like the best way to explain it is like if you're laying on the beach in the rays of the sun and just hearing the ocean waves. It's just a very relaxing feeling, just magnified to a million. And it said, "Peace be with you," and it gave me some messages how to deal with dark energies. And it said to me a very profound statement, which I think is a statement that we should all live by. It's believing yourself to be greater than you think you are. Whether you're spiritual or not, and you have faith in God, I think it's important to have faith in yourself of what you're able to accomplish. If you do believe in God and angels, I think it's good, to have faith in for them to guide you and help you along the way. But in the end, we have to believe in ourselves to overcome the obstacles that we're meant to and destined to overcome and have the opportunity to overcome in this life, in the physical world, as we do. That was one instance of an angel, I do believe, coming to me. There was another one. I was actually filming the Netflix show 28 Days Haunted, and these other guys that were in the house were playing with the Ouija board downstairs. Obviously, I'm not taking part in any of that. And I was upstairs. I had a very profound vision, and happened in a row. And what I believe to be Saint Michael, Archangel Michael, he was floating, wings spread, like a lion, silver plate, sword in hand, and he was floating over what looked like to me thousands of shadow figures, thousands. And he was looking down upon them like they were freaking peons, and all of a sudden the image changed, the perspective, and I saw him flying up into the sky, and I was looking up, and he was looking down upon me, and he yelled out to me, "Keep following the way of the cross." And I thought it was such a unique way of saying, follow, I've never heard that terminology before, following the way of the cross. I thought that was such a unique thing. And that's something that stands out to me when it comes to dreams, how I differentiate between a dream that's just a random bunch of mumbo jumbo and something that has some sort of genuinity to it, something that you wouldn't even hear us saying, or a word that you've never heard in a dream, and little clues like that. But I thought that was pretty profound. Now, it did change to a very disturbing, one of the most disturbing, creepy things. After that, there was a close-up of this evil creature. It had reptilian skin, had a dark hood on, and it had snake eyes, and it was yelling at me. Thank you, Shelley. And it was saying, "You swine, how dare you?" And the creepiest, most disturbing part is that it had 3 baby hands on each side, like wearing it like a helmet, but the helmet was like alive, and all the fingers were like moving around its head. And I do believe this to be a demonic spirit that I encountered from, actually, the poster behind me, the Malefice poster, is a documentary. It's about my story having to deal with the recipient of baby, what it is sacrifice. That demonic entity is associated with that. It has to do with that case. And I did an exorcism ritual in that house years ago. And this was a property that I wrote about in my first book, Shadow Chaser, that I believe I helped 2 women's souls cross over that were trapped by a demonic force and this evil man that tortured them in life. We found that there was babies buried on the property, that this guy was an evil doctor and doing illegal abortions on ladies of the night from a brothel back in the day. And we were staying in a place where the babies were buried on the property. I picked up on the torturous stuff that was going on with these women, and the activity I was experiencing in that place with another colleague of mine at the time was really nuts. And it tried to follow me for 5 years. It tried to mess with me. It took credit for the demise of a relationship with somebody, and I knew I had to return after 5 years, because I'm like, I can't let this thing, stick around in my life, trying to mess with me at that level. And I went back there and investigated the place for 4 days. We had crazy, insane activity and did an exorcism ritual in that place. But you have to understand, you're not destroying evil; you're displacing it. If I send off a light, a light explosion with spirituality, in a dark place. You're just pushing the darkness somewhere else. It's not being destroyed. So these things will always be pissed off at you. They're always going to be looking for an opportunity to come at you, and try to destroy you, to retaliate, because that you've stepped in the way of their plans and what they were doing from the shadows. That's right, David. Thank you, Skipper. Glad you liked my 2 books. I started following you because of your genuine presence. You have this matter of fact, your presence, your confidence is very commanding, and I applaud that. Sammy, thank you. I appreciate that. What does cleansing yourself with you when you get home mean involve? Is it prayers, smudging? I took holy water and I recited the Archangel Michael prayers. I hit up every corner, every closet, every corner, every single crevice of my place. Is what I did when I came home. Just a simple blessing. It gets a little complicated, since I live in an apartment, guys, currently, especially if I try to go help someone else, is because the principle is that if somebody was experiencing paranormal activity in their apartment, like, just like for myself, is that if I go and bless their place and then try to help them in that one space, and Deanna, thank you so much, that think of it as one room in a big house. Imagine if I only blessed that one room, and didn't do the rest of the house. Then it can start to seep back. You see what I'm saying? That's why I always bless my place from time to time, because I'm constantly investigating and engaging the paranormal. And I'm going to all these places constantly. So it's a kind of constant wave of weird stuff going on all the time, because I'm always going out and I'm pissing spirits off. I'm going to these places and praying, for spirits. And I have definitely lined up some really gnarly, dark characters along my journey in the paranormal. I've had some really nasty things that are not too happy with me. That is for sure. I'm sorry if I missed some questions, guys. If you don't mind, I'm sending light as I feel you need it. Okay, Shelly, thank you. Appreciate it. Marianne, thank you for the heart. Again, guys, appreciate tapping on the screen. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I'm just doing a little Q&A tonight, discussing the paranormal. Going to be doing a lot more investigating this upcoming month. Going to be more road trips and more locations. I mean, having a medal, a St. Mike medal, is always good. If you can get it blessed, even better, Deanna, most importantly, believe in the necklace that you have around your neck. Obviously, if you guys don't know, I wear a St. Michael medal on my neck. It's been blessed, and I, don't take this off unless I absolutely have to. And if you guys notice, even on my last road trip, there was something I was telling you that was trying to scratch me. There's multiple times I felt burning lines on my shoulder or on my back or my arm, and it would just seep away in like a second or two. One was in the cemetery. It was really bad. It actually was like, it felt like the rim of like a hot burning pan, and it just stopped. And a couple of times I asked, why can't you scratch me? And something responded, God. Pretty profound to have an experience like that. Sunjane, thank you for the rose. For sure, Sammy. Deanna, thank you. Again, guys, if you're just coming in, ask me whatever you'd like about the paranormal, demonic hauntings. I'm doing a little talk space here for this evening. Glad to have you all here. Have a lot of paranormal stuff coming up. I'm working on a full episode this week. I have a bunch of full episodes to put together for y'all to watch. But I'm also busy running around. So I'm definitely going to get one out this week. I'm going to have to go on a road trip next week. And then I have to come back home, probably have 5 days. And I'm going, which I could probably get another video done. And then I got to go on the road again at least for another 2 weeks. So it's going to be crazy. Amy, that sound is Rainbow. That's another place where they're throwing down on the stream. You should check it out. REINBOW. How do you do a deep cleanse? Well, it depends. I mean, you can go get blessed by a priest. If you want to take it to that level, it's that bad. Hello, Nancy. What if you don't do the pendants? Can just your strong intent suffice? Strong intent? What do you mean by intent? I mean, you have to have some sort of, you can't protect yourself with your physical muscles when it comes to spirits. You have to find some sort of spirituality. If you believe in spirits, then you would have to have some sort of spirituality. So where does that spirituality end up for you individually? I'm not saying you have to believe in what I believe in. I'm Catholic / spiritual. But I mean, you'd have to kind of find a path towards that, because you can't, if something latches onto you, I mean, you're going to have to figure out something. I was brought up Catholic, but my firsthand experiences that have witnessed evil spirits react to things of religious significance in a bad way has brought my faith to a whole new level. When it's not a matter of believing in God anymore, it's a knowing that I live with now. It's not a matter of belief. It's way beyond that at this point. I mean, I've seen so much and experienced so much. It's way beyond that. Chastity, thank you. Never seen that before. What the hell? Do you bless yourself before and after investigation, or just after? Personally, Marianne, for me, I don't like to, unless it's a very dangerous situation. If it's a residential, I personally don't want to say a prayer to influence and affect the environment, the activity, until I know for sure. It just depends. I would do that under certain dangerous circumstances. But if I'm going there for research purposes, or if I'm going there to try to figure out what's there, I don't want something to hide from me by saying prayers before I can kind of force it out. It's the only time that I would use provocation for the sake of spiritual protection, or for the force out the shadows, religious provocation, to have an understanding of what I'm truly dealing with on a case. If I'm trying to help a family, whether it's an inhuman demonic infestation truly genuinely, or if it's a human spirit element that's going there. Appreciate guys tapping on the screen, sharing out. Uh-oh.
Yo, what up?
What up, dude? Deanna, thank you. Where are you at? The museum?
Just the museum, yeah. I'm flying out tomorrow to go film, so I can this is my only stream for the next 2 weeks, unfortunately. So I just came here.
Nice.
So, yeah.
You get any weird stuff?
The hell? No, not yet. It's been pretty quiet, to be honest.
Wow.
Pretty chill. So, I don't know why, but it just has been. But, do you want to do a quick battle?
Yeah, bro.
Let's do it. Guys, everybody say what up to Sean. He is in the Ghost Days series. I've been shouting out. He's in it.
What up, guys?
And it was pretty crazy, guys. Pretty crazy what happened at Laurel's.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Deanna, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely Jake. All right, man. Sounds good. Again, guys, if you're just coming in, open space to discuss anything about the paranormal. Haven't done one of these in a while. I'm going to be bouncing around a lot of places in the coming month. So, just on here, doing a little chit chat. Anything you want to ask me about the paranormal, demonic hauntings, whatever you'd like, go right ahead. Shelly, thank you. Shane, what's up, buddy? Congrats. Guys, go check out Shane and his new series on Beacon TV. Download that, whatever streaming platform you got. It's back with Shane, Cindy Kaza, and Dave Schrader. They were on part of Holzer Files. on Travel Channel. Great people, great series, uh, amazing place to go watch stuff. Beacon TV, check it out. Yeah, bud, congrats. Glad it's going well for all you guys. Times two, 18 seconds, guys. Thank you, Dina. It's Paranormal Mysteries, it's called. You can watch the trailer online, but you can watch it with Beacon TV. Chastity, thank you. Thank you so much, Deanna. Chastity, thank you for the cat. My evil spirit appears as a dark figure with a black hat and long trench coat. Well, the Hat Man's a very profound thing that's been witnessed by many people. I've had a couple weird visions involving the Hat Man, I believe to be. Deanna, thank you. Times 3, 20 seconds, guys. Times 3, 20 seconds. When? Shane, buddy, thanks, man. Thanks, bro. We should catch up, man. It's whatever, man, all good. Have you ever met or come across, is that a friendly spirit? Absolutely. Sanjin, thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Hat Man's a very fascinating thing. So, Shane, did you hear about that weird stuff that just went viral all over Tickety Talk, guys? Deanna, thank you so much. Oh, we got a close one right there a little bit. Thank you. Did you guys hear about that thing that went viral on Tickety Talk? Deanna, thank you so much. Amazing. There was a guy. Hey, man.
What up, dude? Hey, good man. I'm gonna hop off and finish whatever challenge I gotta do.
All right, bud, do it. We'll talk soon.
All right, later, bro.
Later, bro. So did you guys hear about the guy in North Carolina? There's a 911 call that he had to get on the phone with 911. He's in his truck. He was driving adjacent to these woods. Now there's a battlefield that I actually made a video about, and it's very haunted there. I went there during the day. It's called Moores Creek Battlefield. And he was in his truck and he was driving over, I think it's Black River, and he said that he saw this man that looked like in a Civil War outfit, and there's blood all over him. And he was explaining this, and while he's on the 911 call, something jumped in the back of his truck, and he's screaming bloody murder. That's not human. You got to hear it, Shane. It's creepy as hell. It's viral all over the place. And he's like, it's not human, it's not human. And he's freaking out, and allegedly he was like tall, it had black eyes, and he was able to get it jump off the truck. It was clawing at the back of his truck, and it ran into the forest. And there's claw marks on the guy's truck, and someone interviewed the guy. This is only 30 minutes from me, and it's right next to a very haunted location, a battle that actually took place. Yeah, listen to the 911 call on TikTok, Shane. It's creepy. Like, a lot of people are obsessed with it right now, and I definitely want to go check it out for sure. But it's like all over. It's all over the internet right now. And it's 30 minutes from where I live. Just look up North Carolina 911 call, creepy guy or creature. The guy's legit. I mean, it doesn't seem fake to me. I mean, obviously you got to be skeptical, making it words, objective about experiences. But it sounds the way he like talks on the 911 call, and he's getting interviewed by some guy. I mean, it definitely sounds like something's going on, and I definitely want to go sniff it out to see if it's legit for sure. Because I mean, it's very haunted there, but. Yeah, Shane, right? I know. I mean, I've never looked for some no cryptid things, but I'm thinking like, you know, it's I don't know. I don't know. The guy had claw marks on his truck allegedly. Like, I want to know what the hell it is. I do. I do. I mean, this just happened like days ago, and it's 30 minutes from where I live. So, yeah. I mean, I want to sniff it out. I mean, I want to like. I think you can tell right where The guy said he was just going over the Black River Bridge, so it's like right over. Yeah, watch the 911 call, man. After you jump off, um, it's straight up like I don't know. It looks like the guy the way he's talking on the 911 call. This guy was legitimate. This guy was no made up stuff. I mean, this guy was. That's like this guy's. It's not human. It's not human. What the hell is on my truck? So I don't know. A lot of people are calling it something called a rake. Yeah, definitely, man. Check it out. It's all over TikTok. It's all over. Um, and there were allegedly claw marks in the back of his truck, and nobody knows what it is. Allegedly, they looked at the back of the truck, and they don't know what animal could have done that on this truck, from what they're saying. I don't know. It's interests the hell out of me. I definitely want to sniff it out for sure. But it's all over tickety talk. So there's a mystery for you, Shane. Go check it out, man. Because then you have a battlefield right there too. It's all in the woods. I know I have the goat man creature following me around. It's not fun. That thing's not fun at all. Alex, thank you. Nice, Jaden. Again, guys, we're doing a little Q&A here. Whatever you'd like to discuss here about the paranormal, glad to have you here. I, if I'm go, I would like to go at night, but going by myself at night would be kind of sketchy. Kind of, wondering if I should have some sort of protection. It's like, and somebody with me too. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, what the hell was that? I don't know. I mean, the guy seems legit. If you listen to the 911 call, it sounds legit. The guy sounds legitimately terrified. I mean, I'm not saying definitively it's paranormal and something like crazy happened, but it sounds like, I mean, for enough for me to go check it out. I mean, even I could go there to try to get some references from some of the spirits, to get the spirits to talk about what we've seen. Um, I mean, it's a, you know, a state-run park. I was saying I'd love to go in the park at night. But now I think they have enthusiasts that are all sniffing around there because it's, obviously fascinated a bunch of people. Am I ever worried that something's going to follow me home? They do. Asking me if I'm worried if I'm going to have something follow me home is like, is there oxygen on planet Earth? He definitely sounds terrified, Alex. Definitely in the call. Yeah, it doesn't sound fake to me. It doesn't. It doesn't. Straight up. Hello. Good evening from Alabama. Sorry, because I'm just juggling here. There's an investigation that stands out to me that I've done. Sorry, guys, I'm like juggling multiple places where there's chats, so I'm making sure I'm listening. Um, the investigation that's the main video on my YouTube with the mother and the son, I believe I helped cross, and the two pink and purple lights that came out of the floor, and what I experienced the next night when the man came to me in bed and what he said to me about what you did for that boy was a good thing. That was like the most beautiful thing that's happened to me paranormal wise in a while. Like that really stood out to me and made me very emotional, gave me chills just thinking about it. That video, that's the main video on my YouTube channel. That stands out to me from like a very chilling positive thing. I mean, it depends what you mean stands out. Like stands out as in like creepy crazy. That was a really good positive one there, and that guy was really angry with me in that house. Definitely Chassis, I do too. Is there a place have not investigated? I'd love to. Absolutely. There's plenty of places. My number one would be the Amityville house, but there's a family that lives in there because I have personal experiences involving that case, and I would love to go in that house. But Poveglia Island in Italy. Um, what else? There's a bunch of places in the United States I still haven't been to, like the Villisca. Um, what's the other place? There's a bunch of places. I know Island of the Dolls. That's in Mexico. Um, I don't know, Sky. Might be in denial. I have no idea. You too, Amy. Sounds good. Alcatraz, yeah, I would love to go there. I still haven't been to the Queen Mary. Um, there's still some places I haven't still been to that are like bucket list. Bell Witch is definitely on my list. Um, I know Jake just went there recently. I definitely want to go there. Um, I bet I'd have a very unique experience there. Um, do I feel like Pine Lawn's full of evil? I definitely feel like there's evil there. It has followed me home. I do believe that some stuff in Pine Lawn had followed me even here from my trip that I just went to. I bet it is, Debbie, but I haven't been there before. You got 2 nights at the Warrens in November. Nice, Alex. Sure you'll have an interesting night there. I've been in the Warrens' house quite a few times. I've investigated in the museum with Annabelle there. And I have my own unique Annabelle experience where I believe the evil spirit from the Annabelle doll followed me home. I have video evidence to back that up. um, so, but you can rent it out, I think, Taylor, for the night. Um, but a lot of those mental facilities have a lot of evil, a lot of suffering, and the suffering and the negative stuff that happens to those people attracts negative energies. But on top of that, you have these places that typically stay barren for many years. They're abandoned, and people will go mess around with the macabre rituals and Ouija boards and open up more doorways for dark things to come through in these places and adds all these different layers to the haunting that wasn't even there to begin with. Or if the places are open for paranormal investigation, then you have people that use all different methods and may invite more things onto the property as well. Have I seen Night of Living Dead? Absolutely. I'm a horror movie buff, guys, before I got involved in the paranormal. I've already started watching some classic horror movies. I watched 2 so far. No, 3. I watched Return of the Living Dead 2, Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, and the original Fright Night, which is to me top 2 best vampire movies of all time with Lost Boys. 100%. Any theories what happened to the old place 10707? Oh, Tuckahoe? That place was definitely haunted because that was the place where I had started doing the paranormal investigations ever. And I do know after we left, I heard there was activity going on in that house after we left, and I think someone got scratched or something. Um, Yeah, Lost Boys is classic. 30 Days of Night. Oh, that's a great vampire movie, definitely. But I think, to me personally, Fright Night and Lost Boys are probably my top two vampire movies. Kane Hodder. Yep. Friday the 13th. Is there any place that's. Oh, we read that already. Again, guys, make sure you give me this video a thumbs up, sharing it out. I know this is kind of a talking space today. Glad for you all to be here tonight. Appreciate all guys being on my lives. And there's going to be a lot more paranormal investigating in multiple states, locations coming up. And within the next month, I'm going to be on some road trips. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Christina. Repossessed. Oh my god. That comedy horror movie. No, well, thank you. Oh, I think there's California. If you find your other half and start a family, would you want your family completely separate from your paranormal travels or be part of it involved? I mean, I don't know. I don't even know anymore, to be honest with you. I guess it'll have to be a special case for a female to be wanting the bowels of hell that come with me in my life. How did my gift come back? Well, I think it was there. It was dormant, Skipper. I do a lot of traveling myself. I meet up with other friends that I'm trustworthy, that I'm good friends with, colleagues of mine. Shelly, thank you. Dark Shadows. Um, show what? Have I been places that I haven't been able to save souls? I mean, as you guys know, I mean, I've prayed many times. Sometimes I don't see an image, if I pray, but the intent is there. It just depends. I mean, in the end, my intent is to try to help spirits, no matter what. What ends up happening, obviously, I get way crazier evidence than other times. But I've gotten so much, the percentage wise, of evidence I get every time I pray for spirits, it's just mind blowing. And we're not talking like, 30-40%. I mean, I'd probably say like 90% of the time I get really wild evidence of souls and spirits referencing getting help. So incorporating with what I feel intuitively, that is the hope. Actually happens. It's not something I can obviously definitively prove, but that's the hope and belief. And again, the intent is genuine in nature. Deanna, thank you so much. If you guys want to send me something, just send it up to me on my Insta, Sean D. Austin, just like Tickety Talk. I can see anything there. Yeah, no problem. Therapy for ghosts. Maybe that's a new job description. Maybe someone should give a whole new meaning to a parapsychologist. I mean, that's all there were back in the days. Parapsychologists. Nobody was doing this stuff. Now it's so mainstream. Everybody wants to be a part of it. For reasons for just to be out there and known and make money. And some people, I mean, this is my passion. The paranormal is my passion. You have to have an audience to watch you, what you do. And also I like to, present how I do the paranormal and the power of prayer and faith and bringing a positive impact to the paranormal and not just the thrills and the chills. These are real stakes, real souls that once lived in this physical plane, just like every single one of us right now. And one day we will have our last breath and we will be in spirit form. And hopefully we don't stick around earthbound and there's someone out there that will, nudge you on and help you on if you need it to find the peace you deserve. Hopefully by the end of October, Hidden Nature. That's right, Sarah. I do have ideas for another book or two, Deanna. I definitely could do that. I definitely would at least like to have a trilogy of books, for sure. Um, that's something I probably will do. Yeah, I probably will do that. I thought about the story about the castle, the evil castle, well, the castle that had the evil spirit in it, and what led me to Delphi with the girls and the train tracks. That whole thing were crazy. It's just insane what happened to me with that whole thing. My books are on Amazon. Otherwise, you can get them off SeanDAustin.com. I mail out signed copies anywhere in the U.S. Otherwise, anywhere outside the U.S., you can get them on Amazon. Yep. Shadow Chaser and Shadow Chaser: The In Between are the two books about my paranormal experiences that I've written thus far. Eric, what's up, buddy? Which one, Skipper? If anybody wants to be um, on the waiting list for Android for SPI for my creation, the software, um, and by the time you have it, so there's going to be a bunch of new features on it, and I'm very excited to present that to you guys and explain what's happening with all of that. If you want to be in the waiting list, you have to go um, to the Discord. My Discord. Wen just put it in the chat here on YouTube. Click there, and we'll get you on the waiting list. Hello, Nina from Arizona. Welcome. Glad to have you here. If you're into the paranormal, guys, make sure you give me a sub or a follow. I know it's a little bit lower amount of people because I'm doing a talk tonight. I'm hoping by the end of October, before Halloween, Deanna. I'm hoping. Definitely is feasible. Definitely feasible. We got some big changes to the iOS version it's happening currently. Hopefully it'll be done in the next week or two after I test it out. And then the conversion to Android next. Anything special for Halloween? I don't have any plans for Halloween night, but I will be on the road and I will be trying to find something to do for Halloween night. Amber, how we doing? Well, I heard there's a sign up there um, that they're going to start building Bobby Mackey's back. Yes, I went up to Dudley Town and never went inside because it's sketchy, and I really don't want people chasing me out of there. I was always told not to use spirit communication at home. Do you feel the same? You really shouldn't be doing it. So even though I do have that happen and going on in my own place, I have a lot of spirits that do follow me home and ask for prayer. A lot of weird things happen whether I engage them or not. Do I recommend you do it? No. I've been doing this for many years. I know all the precautions and the dangers involved. So, I do have stuff that happens here, but I would not recommend it because you don't know what you can invite in. I mean, it doesn't matter, like I said, if I did anything or not did anything because I'm sensitive, I'm open, and these things know I'm around, and they know I can tap into them, feel them, hear them, see them, and it's just never gonna stop. Oh, nice. Hi, bro. The old hag syndrome. Oh gosh. I constantly have to bless my place. I mean, if you live in the environment with negative energies and it's there, it'll start to take its toll. It'll start to make you reclusive, slow, lackadaisical. I felt like something was here the last couple of days with me. I felt like slow. I'm like really struggling, but I like forced myself, went to the gym, and you know, but I just said a powerful protection prayer just before, and I'm doing better now. I'm making a lot of enemies, guys, in dark places. All these places I'm going to and praying for spirits. Um, no, I'm here for at least for another year. I don't know what I'll do from there, but I mean I do like it here. It's beautiful. Um, yeah, Tiffany, I gotta do a podcast next week. Actually, I think Monday on my calendar. I do have a theory of why people see things in their shadow in their peripheral vision is because when you're a child, we're all fresh from the spirit world. We haven't been contaminated by the rational perspectives of human life, and we all have that natural gift, but we lose that somewhere along the way because it's hammered into our heads so much. The reality of what we believe, the perception of human life, that there is no thing like that. And I think our frontal vision is mostly influenced by that, but I think our peripheral vision still has the natural gift. And that's why you'll see things. A lot of people still see things in the corner of their eye, but when they catch up to it, it's gone. No, I've never prayed for an evil spirit. You're sensitive originally to marry a family member. I've been to California. I haven't in a little bit. It's been a few years. Mm-hmm. With spirits where they work with me with the medium abilities, it's like a game of spiritual charades. Like a lot of the time, I would hear spirits talking about a portal to me, but now they actually show me an image, and it's like the same image. They show me this like black circle with like black like something spinning around like energy or something, man. It's like I don't know. It's weird, but that's what they're showing me. It seems like once an image happens, it's like that same image just keeps happening. It's kind of like this new saying that I believe it's coming from a spirit guide or an angel. I don't know. They started telling me when it's a very important matter about what I believe to be helping spirits in a location. They tell me to restore the balance. They're telling me to restore the balance, and how I perceive that is by helping some of these souls and encouraging them to find peace in the light. Um, will restore the balance to the energy and the space, the environment, for whatever that reason is. I can't fathom, I can't fully understand or definitively know. But that's my perception of what the reference that is telepathically presented to me. I'm all right, Shelly. It's just I also have 3 chats going on right now at the same time. So I'm like, and I'm looking at 3 images of myself. So I'm like, what's that? What's that old commercial? What's remember that old TV commercial from that guy? These prices are insane. What was that guy? Do you guys remember that? What the hell was that called? You know what I'm talking about? Somebody from my generation here? What was that guy that the TV commercials and be like, these prices are insane? Who? What am I talking about? What was that called? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like the tip of my tongue. I could almost see his face, and he would act crazy about TVs on the commercials. Being baptized, Amanda. Absolutely. That's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna have to look that up when I get off this stream because it's just bothering me. Crazy Eddie, thank you. That was freaking. That was totally him. Thank you. That was bugging the hell out of me. Yeah, I know. That's what I feel like Crazy Eddie because I'm looking at like 3 like screens. I'm just like you'd see him on multiple screens of TVs, and he's like, "These prices are insane." It's like, God, forgot about that guy. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know. That was bugging me. Damn, drink's haunted. It's crazy. Surgery channel, yeah, it was messed up. Yes, life is haunted. Miss J, hello. Again, guys, thank you all for coming in here. Appreciate you all. Just doing a little paranormal discussion. I'll be live investigating tomorrow night and planning to on Friday night. Um, and we'll see about the weekend. Have I gone to a place, stepped into a place and said, not today? No, if it's crazier, I'm just like, all right, what the hell is here? Though that just happened, that technically just happened. Tari, how we doing? I'm not sure. Evening time, maybe around 8 Eastern, maybe 7 Central, somewhere around that. We went to the mortuary, which I'm making an episode of. I'm going to make a full episode about that. They had 20,000 funerals there. I stepped into the refrigerator unit, and I felt so sick to my stomach. I literally had to step out the first time I was in there. I felt someone was doing necro and then philia to some of the bodies, and I wanted to throw up. And I felt there was an incubus spirit attached to the action of this person, what was doing to the bodies, and I had to step out. It was really, really bad. And that thing was around me for days after and was referenced. If you saw the day I was at the cemetery, I told you it was around, and then I started talking about it. Really icky, really gross. And that thing was very animalistic, very gross. It was like a cave dweller, big long tongue, fangs. It was just acting, it was gross. It's really, really nasty. I'd probably say that was the first time or long time where I literally had to step out. I had to get out. It felt so disgusting to me. Yeah, I'm not surprised because bad, really bad. Why do the spirits say stay here? Probably because they want someone to keep talking with them. Don't leave because they can't leave, maybe. Maybe they know they're going to be stuck no matter what. Acknowledgement gives energy to spirits. It makes them feel like they're alive in the human physical plane still, and that's why human spirits will always try to interact with us, because they haven't let go of the human life they once lived, because they can't let go of being a human. So any interaction with the physical world is going to give them a little piece of that energy, that feeling, that instance of, that somehow they're human once again. So that's what they're connecting to. That's what they can't let go of. All right, go. Sniper hell. I'm not surprised at all. The old Dunkin' Donuts commercial. Oh, that guy. I remember that guy. Yep. Those were the days. And no problem, Deanna. You write songs that come from your experiences, have you? Yes. Shapeshifter was about me being oppressed by an evil spirit. A bunch of those, a handful of songs. Those two CDs that I recorded, they have the same cover of my two books because they were basically soundtracks to both of those books. They're very intertwined with some of those experiences. So Shapeshifter and then 4C. Those two EPs were like the two soundtracks of those books. Damn mosquito in here. Thank you, Chef Reese. Thank you. Do I ever get visits from relatives? I did believe that my dad was with me just before I heard his voice and say, "Hey, buddy." That's what my dad used to always say to me. I've had many experiences since my dad passed away. It'll be 4 years this October 16th that my dad has passed away. I cannot believe how many years it's been. I do have a handful of songs I started writing. I do want to finish them all. It's just been nonstop, Deanna. I would love to go back to the studio and record some new songs and do a new EP. I can bang out songs very, very quickly. I mean, that is a natural gift I've always had. I can just hanker down and music just pours out of me. And it's definitely been kind of a missing piece in me lately. And I feel like I definitely need to write. I feel the urge to write. So I definitely do want to do that and plan to do it. Deanna, thank you so much. Hello from Sweden, Veronica. Again, guys, for any reason that you're new into the paranormal, doing a paranormal discussion tonight. Lots of paranormal investigating and traveling going to be going on the next month. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate giving this video a thumbs up, sharing, not tapping on the screen. Get visits from your grandpa. Good. It's a very comforting gift to be able, privilege to be able to have an experience from your loved one that has passed away. I'm very, very humbled to that all the experiences I've had with my father. When someone would cherish just to have one of those experiences with their loved ones, I'm very, very lucky, very lucky. But again, there's a lot more that comes with the luck. Uh, it's not just great stuff. So, like I said, I have a lot of the dark stuff that I have to deal with too. So, it's the yin and the yang for the paranormal. What place have I been? Haven't been to? I want to. Yeah, we're just talking about that. Goldfield Hotel, Queen Mary, Villisca House. What's that place in Massachusetts? What's that other girl that on a live to entire family? I never went there before. I'd like to go back to the Sally House. There's lots of places. Lizzie Borden, thank you. Thank you, Miss J. Have you ever come across somewhere you believe was going to be or was possessed? I did do a case with Mandy from Ghost Sisters, which is the first episode of Up Against Evil, the series I started on my YouTube. I think there's 5 episodes I did. The first episode ever, the girl, the poor woman that did a blood ritual with her mother, with Lilith. She was constantly attacked. I had her recite some prayer in her house, and it seemed her eyes started to turn black, and she started to like itch everywhere. That would be the closest thing that happened recently when it comes to that. I've only dealt with one true possession. You can read about my second book, Shadow Chaser: The In Between, which also you saw the story talked about with Paranormal Files with Colin. I talked about a big chunk of that case over there, the one in Atchison, Amber. Nice, Kyler. Oh, with the twins? Nice, Lou. Thank you, Lou. I appreciate that. Glad to have you here. Stanley Hotel is definitely bucket list. Definitely would love to go there. Oh, wow, Skipper. Peter Oliver House. I've heard about it. Definitely would love to check it out. Greetings, Freya. Sassy, how we doing? Old Juliet Prison. Yeah, I've heard about it. Definitely would like to check it out. I've gone up to Dudley Town. I didn't go in because it's sketchy. I don't want to get in trouble. Definitely always wanted to, though. I know people that have. William, thank you so much for joining the ghost level. Appreciate you. There's many haunted locations I haven't been to, and people always ask me all the time, "What's your favorite place to investigate?" And my answer to them is, I love going to a brand new place, spirits and in environments that my body has never reacted to, souls that I've never encountered before. That's very exciting to me. Um, Going to places that I've been to many times before kind of can get a little bit of the same, sometimes different, but I get really excited when it's a brand new location, not really knowing what to expect. Northern Illinois, Jeff. The Haunted Mansion in Massachusetts. Well, I think I know what you're talking about, but I haven't been there. I've been to few places in Massachusetts, but I think I know what you're talking about. Not that fort, no. Any of those forts definitely will be haunted. Do I have a routine of preparation for investigation? I mean, no, I mean, I kind of just, have my batteries charged, and, if it's just a research type of paranormal investigation, to go there to figure out what's going on. I mean, like I said, if it's a residential case and it's like, it could be really dark and messed up, I'm definitely mindful and weary and careful to, never know what to expect. Shapeshifters, absolutely. Experienced it many times. It happens sometimes, though. Actually, my return to Pine Lawn had something to do with the twins because of what I believe tried to latch on to Ryan. And I'll be telling that story when I put that video together. Downs Road, Bethany. And is that Connecticut? If it's the one in Connecticut, I've been to that Downs Road. Yeah, it's crazy how they can drain your batteries. 100%. I was by myself in the Pine Lawn too. You know, there was nobody there but me. Oh, thank you, William. Appreciate that. Hannah. Oh, nice to meet you, Hannah. Well, I know that there was a famous witch, Hannah. I went to that grave too in Connecticut. I the last 3 years before I moved down here, I lived in Stratford, actually. Yes, I'm appreciative of all the support, all of you guys, um, and Wendy and everybody. Yep. Oh wow, is that a relative of yours? When evil is present, are there specific feelings you get every time, or is it definitely different? Um, yes, I'll feel heaviness on my chest. I feel like I'm being watched. I will hear a spirit or a guide tell me the enemy is closing in, the enemy is near. This reference, I believe, is the enemy of man. They telling me the enemy, straight up. They will say demonic, it's evil. I will hear it told to me over and over again. Um, the presence I feel in the room, just something changes. Um, so there's definitely an assortment of stuff that I would feel, that I would assume and start to feel like something truly dark was in the space. Pandora, what's up? Pandora, thank you. Thank you, Pandora. Thank you. Okay, guys, appreciate you all being here. Appreciate giving this video a thumbs up, tapping on the screen. I'm just doing a paranormal discussion for a little bit here. Um, got a lot. I'm gonna be investigating tomorrow night and Friday night. I'm planning to, and got a lot going on the following week. I'm gonna be out back on the road for some days, coming back home for a little bit, and then I'll be on the road for like weeks again. So it's gonna be a wild, crazy time leading up to Halloween. Old Route 8? No, I have not. Why do demons like me so much? That's sarcasm, right? They hate me because I'm praying for souls everywhere I go. I'm pissing the hell out of them. Yes, if it's truly an inhuman spirit and there's a foul smell without any rational explanation for it, like rotting flesh or sulfur or something like that, yeah, I would be like, there's something really bad with us. No, I do not. Definitely, Lou. There's definitely truth to that. Gotcha. It could have been Eric. It definitely could have been. Can't say for sure. Sounds like it could be. Shan ID, how we doing? West Cornwall. Interesting. You been close to being possessed? Have I ever had a spirit affect me physically? Absolutely. What do you mean, like get me sick? I mean, I've been scratched. I've been pulled out of my bed. I had a vision of a spirit swinging and punching at me, and I felt an electrical jolt hit my face and jolted in my bed. I feel like I've been tugged on my shirt, pushed a little bit. There's only a couple of times where Deanna, where when I was a kid, I was driving back with my mom. We saw something flying in the sky, and she made us pull over, look up in the sky. We didn't know what we were looking at. And a funny story was I was driving down to Florida to Miami from New York with my old best friend Scott, and we were taking turns in his Explorer nonstop, no stops. Sleep. Someone would sleep in the back of the car, and then the other person would keep driving, right? So we would get through this big wooded area. And it's funny because it's around here. We started driving, and all of a sudden we saw this thing spinning lights in the freaking sky. It was a straight up UFO. Like, what the freak is that? Came out of nowhere, disappeared, and it says the next exit is Doswell, not Roswell, but Doswell. I'm like, what are the chances of seeing a UFO with a word that was so similar to Roswell, surrounded in the forest? I'm like, we were just talking about it recently too. Like, what the hell was that? Yeah. But I mean, I haven't had any crazy, alien type stuff outside of seeing some stuff in the sky. How we doing, Sarah? Doswell exit. Yep. 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 Do I get talks from traveling spirits? I hear spirits talk all day, guys. I mean, they're. I mean, I'm like in like a spiritual cafeteria, 24/7. It's pretty much my life. Nice, Frankie. Oh, very cool for you. Yes, I was born in New York. I'm originally from New York. I'm originally from Yonkers. Hmm. Deanna, thank you so much. No, no, I'm not in Dodgeville, but it ain't far from here. Upstate New York, nice. No, I'm in North Carolina. Nice, Angela. Sarah. Nice. Capital Region, New York. Very cool. When I'm distracted, Skipper. Kind of hard. And no, I don't know about the burning down mining towns, but I know mining towns are very haunted for sure. Yeah. How we doing, Jane? Do you ever not feel okay with your gift, and what does a person do if they want to stop the gift? I mean, I'm way past that now at this point, Paul. Definitely when the door just opened, I started hearing spirits talk all day. I definitely was a little overwhelmed. I was a little worried that I was going crazy because it kind of just, um, it was pretty overwhelming. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I mean, how would you like to just walk in the shower and you're like hear in your head like, oh, he's naked? You know what I mean? Like there's literally no privacy. And like actually hear like communication from spirits talk about what you're doing, what you're going to be doing, what you did do, who's calling you, who's gonna be calling you, what's gonna happen tomorrow, warning me about stuff that's gonna happen before it happens. I mean, I hear all sorts, and then I hear stuff that actually that try to, negative things that'll try to bully you. They'll try to tell you lies. They'll try to tell you half truths to play games with you. I mean, it's pretty freaking overwhelming. Little River Village, I do not. Yes, Sassy. Oh wow, Duchess. Am I? I've had visions of such, Sammy. Oh, nice, Eric. That was crazy too. That happened on this trip. I'll be talking about on that episode of the Mortuary Mariner. The night before I went to the Mortuary Manor, I had a vision. I saw a car coming straight for me, a head-on collision, and I felt the jolt from it. It woke me up. I was like, "Wow, I hope that's not me. That I'm experiencing that." And when I went to the Mortuary Manor, when I did my walkthrough, I was in front of a coffin, and I was there with the owner, and I started to get impressions about a car accident, that someone passed in a car crash. And then I said to myself, wow, I wonder if this is connected to the vision I had this morning when I saw a car come straight for me, head-on collision. And he stood up and acted, he's like, damn. He's like, the dentist upstairs, he died in a head-on collision. I'm like, that can't be a coincidence. It's like I lived his last moments. I experienced it. It's not the first time that's happened. I've literally have seen through the eyes of someone in their last moments. I don't blame you, John. Oh, it's your time to go. It's your time to go. Yeah, well. Yeah, it was a little freaky. Sometimes, Sam, it can happen. I've had astral projection happen to me many times, Duchess. I wrote a whole chapter about my astral projection experiences in my first book, Shadow Chaser. Um, Something that's happened to me a lot more frequent than astral projection happens more sparsely for me currently, but is remote viewing. You don't leave your body, you're actually watching something take place without leaving your body. It's like through someone's eyes, you're just watching things, kind of like that, what we were just talking about. It looks like a bad documentary. I try to hold on to it to attain the knowledge and information from the experience, but no, I haven't heard about that. Cool, really. I haven't dream walked in many years. It's happened to me in high school. I've had some pretty crazy astral projection experiences. I think I wrote about my book. It was happened to me a lot. I read a whole book about astral projection, and it's very fascinating to me. You move by your mind. When you come out of your body, you move by just thought. You're not walking with your physical body. It's movement by your thought. And there's an elasticity between your silver cord that's attached to your physical body and your spirit, your soul. And they say to get away from your body because it'll want to pull you back into your body because you're still alive technically. So it wants to. It's really tough. So it's really hard to like focus on things to see them clearly. Um, like I said, it looks like a blurry '80s documentary or something. And I did an experiment with my buddy, one of my best friends, Phil, um, and I told him to write it on a piece of paper next to his bed table some weird word that I wouldn't know, that somehow I would try to figure it out, right? So then one night, I came bounced out of my body. I immediately thought, go to Phil. And there I was. And Phil was passed out. And I was trying to read the message on the bed table. But I couldn't read the word. But I was watching him in bed and he was talking in his sleep. And I sat there laughing to myself because I thought it was funny. I was watching him talk in his sleep. So the next day, um, I reached out to him like, dude, I tried to read the message in your room, but I saw you talking in your sleep and I was laughing in front of you. And he's like, dude, my brother came in, woke me up. He said, yo, you were talking in your sleep. So the timing of that kind of validated my experience by hearing that. Um, yeah. That reminded me of another weird experience I had with my buddy Phil. We had actually taken a trip to Bobby Mackey's. We actually went with LA Beast. If you remember, he's a big YouTuber, eating, really nice guy. He wanted to do something paranormal, and we went with him to Bobby Mackey's. And the night before we took the trip, I had this very vivid vision that Phil and I were in this house, and I could see everything in the house. And there was this black donkey running around the house and had red eyes. It was hee-hawing outside, and there was this little. Everything was levitating in the house, and there was this little boy that came up to me, and he grabbed my hand and he's like, "Watch out! You have to watch out for demon's name, Beezlebub, however you spell it." And I can't remember exactly. I think I wrote about this in my book, but so it was weird because the next day I asked my buddy Phil about it, and I told him about the dream. He's like, "That's really freaking weird. That I had a dream I was in a house with you last night too." So then when we actually went to this really messed up place too, that you can't investigate currently still anymore, but Saturnsville Rectory, when I walked into that house, I was like, this is the house that I had the dream in. This is straight up the house that I was in, straight up 100%. And all throughout that night, like, that demon's name was coming through, and Phil felt burning on his back, and we on video watched him get an upside down cross burnt into his back in an old rectory where there was SA going on with young lads, unfortunately, and satanic rituals. It was a line on his back, and we watched the other line appear, upside down cross, on his back. So that's just another one that just randomly came to me. Hey, what's up, Amy? Hope all's well with you. I've heard references to it. I'm not gonna say that it follows me, but it's been around. Deanna, thank you so much. Nice to see the little blue otter after such a creepy reference. I'm home right now, but I will be on the road again, on and off the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I definitely been busy, Amy. Crazy, crazy, craziness. Guys, let's even get to 3 more likes. We've got 100 likes on this video. Appreciate getting this video a thumbs up, tapping on the screen. Appreciate y'all. I've seen spirits in my old Victorian house. They are not white or transparent. They look just like a human being. Saw a human twice met once. I asked the woman what's her name. Interesting, Patty. Those Victorian houses, right? They're always got something going on. What's the most haunted place I've visited? I don't know, I've been to many very haunted places. I don't know if I'd say there's one that's specifically so haunted. A lot of the, like at the mental facilities, asylums and stuff, I feel like that's where like a lot is than your average location. I would love to travel overseas to go to some of these other locations. I haven't really done that. What time is it? Well, jinns are just like different interpretations, like a jinn or a skinwalker or a demon. I mean, there's many different interpretations of the same word. I mean, if you're talking like an evil spirit, I've definitely encountered them many times. Oh wow, that's crazy. Hi, bro. I have overcame a lot, thankfully, Amy. I've had small miracles unfold, and I'm still on a path, but it definitely was one hell of a rough year, what I had to go through. We'll have to catch up. I'll have to give you a call. No problem, I'll be here. That's crazy. Yep, definitely. Yeah, someone validating your experience, Patty. There you go. The funeral home is definitely crazy. That place is very haunted. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna want to go there. Yep, really gross. I mean, you know, not a lot of people, Sammy, you know, because it might affect the activity. Are you able to turn it off for some peace? When I'm distracted, Deanna, or I'm like really tired, maybe, and just, but it's kind of just around me all the time, to be honest with you. It can definitely be draining. I have done the Conjuring House before, Shelly. The video's on my YouTube back in 2020. Um, whether I go back there with a new owner at some point, never know. Yeah, that's true, Sammy. Gettysburg, one of the most haunted places in the country. Anna has been quiet lately, but I'm not gonna lie. I did have a vision of a female on top of me on this couch last night when I was dozing off. I don't know who that was or what the hell that was all about, but I actually did. Yeah, it was like a very brief flash. Yep. Amiatosaurus? Never a dull moment. Yep. I don't know about no succubus. You don't want that. No, no. Succubus is a spawn of a demon. It's not a human spirit. How we doing, Lisa? This has been good, guys. Your questions have been great. Make sure to give me a sub or a follow if you're new. Going to be lots of paranormal investigating different states upcoming for the month of October leading into Halloween. I'm going to be bouncing around a lot of places. So I hope you will join and be a part of the channel. Deanna, thank you. Pandora, Deanna, thank you so much. Seattle, no time on the map right now. Oh, definitely Bumbiro. Just emotional energy that stains will be there forever. Nice. Is that your like one paranormal experience, Amy? I know you get so excited about a paranormal experience because you probably don't have much because you're not doing it that much, and so you have that one little experience at night, and you're like, "Oh my god!" You're just itching to go out and investigate, Amy. I know you are. You're like, I had an experience. I had something. McPike, no. That's one I should look into trying to go to on one of my trips, though. Coming up. That's how it happens sometimes. Maybe. I bet. I know that itch is. I'm Catholic spiritual. Yes, McPike Mansion is supposed to be a creepy spot. I've never been there, so I would definitely love to go there. I wonder how far in Illinois that is. Yeah, I know how that feels, Amy. I know I'm gonna be around there in a couple of weeks again. Been to a bunch in Ohio, but I want to find some new spots. I can see that, Amy. Pretty sure you had a hiatus before the show too. I think the show was your thing, and then you're like, all right, skip or have a great night. Uh, Vermont, isn't Vermont where the Wilson Castle is? I do want to check that out. I heard very good things. I'm very skeptical, Carrie, about people in their haunted houses on TikTok. Very skeptical. If they've shown you stuff flying around in every video, I could pretty much guarantee it's full of bunk. It's full of dog duty. It's not real. Would I drink holy water? I pretty much bathe in it every day. Why would I want to drink it? It's calling again, so I can't ignore it anymore. Got a message. Yeah, that's right, Amy. Tammy, how we doing? I would love to go to the Winchester house. I've been to that lady's grave, Sarah Winchester. It's in Connecticut, actually. Interesting enough. Sounds good, Amy. We'll talk soon. New England's got a ton. It's where I used to live in that area most of my life. 114.5 hours. Well, yeah, from here, I'm sure it's a ton. No. I was thinking from like Ohio area. I'm gonna be bouncing around out there. Oh, okay. Nice, Skipper. Oh, thank you. Cool, Rachel. Nice, Terry. Sure, there's some. The thing about this area where I live, there's not many places you can go overnight to do overnight investigations and have access to a whole location. That's the one bummer. But I did discover a few haunted locations in North Carolina last night that I need to reach out to that are about like 3-4 hours away from here in different directions of North Carolina I've never heard of before, so I'd love to go check them out. I'm gonna reach out at some point. I am Catholic and spiritual. I do not mess around with rituals. I use my faith and my God given spiritual gifts to help others and spirits I encounter along my way. That's as far as I go with all that. What state am I going to? I'm heading towards Pennsylvania next week. So I think I'm going to be trying to find a couple places to hit on a trajectory, my itinerary. I'm going to make it a little bit of a road trip because I have a college lecture to do in Pennsylvania. Yes, I've been to Penhurst a few times. I mean, it just depends, Sammy, really. Oh, cool, Angela. Just depends what the history is. I mean, the history is what becomes interesting. Obviously, when I go into homes and people need help, and there's more stakes there than just going to some random big building. I mean, I'll pray for spirits that may be trapped there, but, when people need help and what's going on in there. Somewhat. Hyper Hell, yep. Alruna? I don't think so. Maple Grove Inn. Pork shop, thank you. Can you get in? I mean, can you get permission? I mean, I know there's a lot of haunted places in Pennsylvania. Yeah, shoot me a message. I'll look it up and see where it is according to where I'm going. Because Pennsylvania's a big place too, and I'm trying to make a big U-turn and start heading home because I want to come home and still work on another video and, for everyone to watch before I go away for another couple of weeks. Because I have about eight or nine videos I can put together for everybody. So it takes me like 3-4 days to do. Yes, my dogs have visited me that have passed away quite a few times. I just had a vision of some dog in the last day or so. I don't know. I don't know whose dog it was. That's right, Pandora. Remember that? What I need to do is probably go through a little bit of the video that I took while I was sleeping last night because I've captured some crazy stuff while I'm sleeping. I wouldn't say communicate, yeah, but I've had impressions of dogs. Um, so it just depends. I wouldn't say I can communicate with them. I'd say like I'd feel their presence. I'd feel their presence around me. Do spirits have accents? Yes. If you hear them talking, they definitely can have accents. No, definitely. Our animals definitely live on. Have I ever heard like psychically? I've never heard other languages spoken to me. I've heard it come through devices and EVPs. But I would think, and some people would say like, my interpretation is like, well, why do spirits all speak in English? But um, um, but the thing is that you're thinking from the limitations of being a human being. If you're in spirit form, who's to say that they can't actually communicate in a way that would be understanding to you as an individual? How do you know? I mean, because they could learn a language technically. How do you know that they can't just translate it in a way? Because there's no limitations in the spirit world. So I don't know. That doesn't surprise me. Door. Yes, um, that's a poster of a documentary having to do with my personal experiences involving the Amityville House. I have a piece from one of the windows of the actual old original Amityville House right here. Comes with a certificate of authenticity. I know some other people got a piece. It's right here. Hello, Lane. Yeah, that whole story is just creepy. Craziest apparition I've ever seen. I don't know. I mean, I've seen like a 7-foot shadow, with red glowing eyes and horns standing at the corner of my bed. I mean, does that define as crazy? Alcatraz? My darkest fear? I don't know. Nice pork chop. I was just telling the story, I think, last night. The time I did a live stream on Periscope many years ago, got locked inside Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. And the cops, I had to call the cops to get me out. They were like, "Oh, we might have to order pizza and we might not be able to get you tomorrow." I'm like, "Officer, don't tease me with a good time. You don't even know I'm here in the first place." And while I was waiting for the cops, I could hear war drums playing. Like, I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then the cops got me out. Yeah, that was an entertaining night. Story for the books. Melody, thank you. Well, guys, I'm gonna probably go in a couple of minutes. Do you guys have any more questions for me? You want to run at me? I'm probably gonna go live tomorrow, so I can work on this video maybe a little bit more tonight instead. I'm gonna be live tomorrow investigating a creepy spot. I'll try to check it out. I'll look it up. Frank, thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I try to at least do these more to answer everyone's questions, so it's not like all about investigating all the time, just focusing on that. Probably around 8 Eastern or something, maybe like that. Yes, I've written some new song ideas. I definitely plan to finish. I do have a single I didn't release yet. I do plan to release as well. No problem, Angela. Thank all of you guys. Thank you guys for being here, watching, supporting what I do. Whether you're just watching or being here, or if you throw down on the lives, whatever it is, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much, Deanna. I look forward to seeing you guys in the live tomorrow. Hello, Smith. Of course, Sammy. Thank you. Thank you guys for your questions. Like I said, there's a lot of investigating coming up. So, and I'll be live tomorrow night and probably Friday night too. Yeah, all right. Well, guys, make sure to give me a sub or a follow. Appreciate giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for all for being here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next live. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Tickety. Ooh. Thank you guys. Thank you, YouTube. Make sure you're following the channel, guys. If you want to get in the waiting list, click the Discord and also get real-time updates of what I'm doing. Christina, have a great night. I will talk to you guys. See you on the live tomorrow.